All right, so for my math lab number 2, it says if P is a true statement and Q is a false statement and R is a true statement, find the truth value of the statement. So here is R, and then I have 2 Q's and I have 1 P. So let me make this a little bit tinier. Okay, this one should be a true. Q is a false, but we've got 2 of them there. And R is a true. And then don't forget, you've still got this or in parentheses, and if then, and then in these parentheses an or. Okay, so there are no negations, so I'm going to do both ors inside each set of parentheses. So this one, true or false. Remember, it's an or, so as long as there's 1 T, that's a true. And then this one, false or true, is also a true. And then you've got an if-then. Remember, the only time that you get a false on an if-then is if you went to work on Saturday and your boss didn't give you the money. That would be an if true, then false. That's not this situation. So my answer here is a true. And this one says false, so it can't be that one. And this one says false, so it can't be that one. So it says the statement is true because P or Q is false and Q or R is false. No, that's not what we got. We got this is P or Q. That was a true. And this was F or Q. Oh, sorry. I circled the wrong thing. Q or R. Sorry. Q or R was also true. Here's P or Q. Whatever. It's D. Oy vey. D, D, D. All right. Next. Number 5. Same type question. I'm actually going to, on this one, come on. Oh my gosh. Come on. There we go. I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to have negation of P and Q, and then there's an if-then symbol, and then the negation of R. So they start you out with these little practice ones. Instead of doing a full-blown truth table, they're just like having you do one line. So it says when P is true, I have a P here, so that's going to be a true. And when Q is false, I have a Q right here, so that's my false. And when R is false, and here's my R, so I'll put a false there. And then I'll just go back and rewrite everything. Let's see. Negation, parenthesis, negation. There's my T. There's the and, parenthesis, the if-then, and the negation. Okay. Now, your if-then will be the last thing you do. Okay? The last thing that we do will be this thing in blue. Okay? So, I am going to start with the negation in the parentheses. So when I calculate the negation of T, if you negate a T, it becomes a false. And then if I finish what's in parentheses and I calculate, oops, sorry, I meant to put that in a, what the heck is that? There we go. Meant to use my pencil. If you do a false and a false, false and false is false. And then you still have the negation of false. If then the negation of false over here. And I'll use a different color on this one. How about a red color? Okay. If you negate a false, that is true. And if you negate this false, that is also true. And so now we're down to our last step, which is if true, then true. And if true, then true is true.